Good morning, Greenlight Today family. It is good to be back talking with you. I'm close to the window outside, so you'll probably hear traffic. But today I wanted to talk about a book that I've been reading. You know, I always read a lot of nonfiction, or some might say self-help or science or technical books. So every once in a while I like to read a fiction book. And this fiction book that I've been reading is The Obituary Writer by Anne Hood. And it tells the story of two women, one in 1919 and one in 1961, and how each of these women deal with loss, deal with death. And there's a surprise ending which I can't tell you about, but the first woman is trying to deal with a death in her life that happened 13 years earlier. And what happens when she refuses to let go of something that she doesn't believe is dead? Okay, that's all I'm going to give you on that one. And then the second woman in 1961 is dealing with a life that really doesn't belong to her, and what she decides to do with that life. And then how these two women are connected. You won't know that till the very end. But I was thinking about holding on to things that no longer serve their purpose. I think we've talked about this on plenty of occasions, how we in life tend to keep incorporating over and over and over those things that are not useful for us. I've been taking a nonviolence class which recently ended, and this class was like no other that I've ever had because it went beyond the book and we had to do physical, concrete things. And I will tell you that the doing is the learning. We can read as many books and as many quotes, but the doing is really the learning. As my grandmother used to say, sometimes you can't go around, you just got to go through. And I don't think we give enough pause and reflection to the going through, because the going through is so powerful. And if we allow enough pause and reflection, the going through changes us. I wanted to share an example of one of the things that we did in class. We did many things that challenged me, but this is one that really stuck with me. So if you have time, this is something that you can do yourself also. No matter where you live right about now, because the seasons are changing, there's still a lot of dead twigs or dead leaves, and I want you to get one, a pretty sturdy one. Not big, but just that you can hold in your hand without it crumbling, right? So a branch, a twig, a leaf. And then I also want you to get some type of seeds, like a sunflower seeds, or any seeds that you have close by. And this is the exercise. So we're going to look at the dead branch or dead twig or dead leaf and ask ourselves, what does this symbolize in my life? What in my life is dead? And you're going to name it. It is so important to name, not in a sense of being able to control, but to be able to acknowledge. Because that which we don't acknowledge, we can't even deal with. So we have to name. Name that which is dead, no longer serves the purpose. And for me, it was, I no longer had to be the person that people thought I should be. Growing up, I was very smart, super smart, and people counted on that intelligence. And that's what gave me power, right? If I was the smartest or the quickest, then I was better than someone else. Getting older, it's still good to be smart, but that's not really who I am. I'm a very funny, witty, person. Just ask my friend Jane when I talk about planting seeds, an example I used with her, which we cannot share. So I have a very active imagination, and I like to create. And thinking back when I was younger, I was 7 years old. I was experiencing some problems in the family that I was with, and I was writing poetry. And somewhere along the line, I was told that that was crap, and it was better to be smart, quick. That no longer serves a purpose for me. So when we were naming that, I looked at the twig. It was a little twig. It was a branch, and I said, I let go of who people thought I should be, and maybe who I thought I should be. And as I crumbled the twig and had the dirt and the remains, you put it back into the ground, because just because something has died doesn't mean that it didn't have purpose. Because while I was young, that served me. It kept me out of drug abuse that was surrounding me. It kept me out of violence. It kept me out of so many things because my head was in the books. But I'm letting that go now, and I'm reburying it because it's going to come up as something new. And then on the other hand, you have the seeds. I think in class, I don't know why, I grabbed 5 seeds. And those seeds were things that I wanted to plant. And the one thing I wanted to plant was acceptance. This is where I'm at. This is who I am. Acknowledging my gifts. I have so many gifts. And acknowledging the gifts of other people. And just kind of going on and naming those gifts. Some could be pretty personal to you. And some of the people in our class actually ate the sunflower seeds. They took that eternally, like it's inside me now. I didn't go that far. I just named the seeds. So anyway, I encourage you to do that exercise because I think visualization is so powerful. Anyway, have a great rest of your day, and I will talk to you later. Bye.